Hi, so I'm starting again because I pulled from the wrong microphone and I don't think the sound is as good when it pulls from the webcam as when it pulls from the Blue Yeti, but I've done it before. So there was one, I think the second video of the first group I did, so December 2nd, pulled from the webcam. I tried to buy a webcam with really good audio, but I don't think it's the same. So you're not going to get to see this tea. It was nothing very impressive. It basically looks like a black tea with some cinnamon in it because it is fiery cinnamon. There we go, fiery cinnamon spice. So I am steeping this in my little yellow pot. I'm loving having the weekends be tea weekends where I get to drink like 3 each day of my community. I'm trying to find a balance between making sure I put enough tea leaves in that I get the flavor, but I also would love to have a little bit, to have maybe 1 little cup on the day that I'm supposed to drink it. So I'm giving it a shot. We'll see. This one has a short steeping time. I'm going to let it steep a tiny bit longer than I'm supposed to, which is 3 minutes at 212. So I'm going to pour it here in a minute, but it has cinnamon black tea, cinnamon spicy orange, natural spicy cinnamon flavor, cloves, high caffeine. So I'm going to pour a bunch into this cup, but then I will also let it steep a little bit more, some of what's in here, so that I get a little bit more of the flavor. So I didn't smell, well, I did smell it, but I didn't talk to you guys about the smell. Cinnamon, straight up cinnamon, maybe a little bit of cloves. Again, cinnamon in the cup. I want to see if I can figure out what color this has, if I can find that. I do apologize that you may hear some noise from downstairs. It is waffle day, and that means my husband makes waffles. So let's see. I would say this is maybe a caramel or a bronze color. It's hard to tell on this chart. This chart wants it to be a more pure brown instead of kind of the yellowy color that it is. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think it's maybe a caramel. But I really need to find a good tea color chart if I can. They're not easy to find though. Alright, sip. Straight up cinnamon. And the clove. So I get that kind of clove numbing effect a tiny bit, but it's mostly cinnamon. Not getting a lot of the black tea. So it's good. Maybe give it a 3.5 since straight up cinnamon's not my fave. I'm going to pour in a little bit of this more steeped one and see if that adds a little bit more flavor of any other things. I have also found, this is a thing to try, that letting it cool, it can often have a very different flavor cooled. Like there are certain kind of fruity notes of different teas that come out more cooled. So this one, is there anything in here that might come out more? maybe more of the orange. I might get more orange if it cools a little bit, so we will see. So it's gonna get noisy downstairs with waffle day, so I'm gonna cut this short and I'll be back with you later to do some more reviews after my hair is up and I've gone to the climbing gym. Or maybe before the climbing gym. We'll see if I get another one in this morning. All right, bye. Hello there. So, I know this is the second video here, but this is the last tea for my tea weekend strawberry banana split. So even though this is for November 11th, it is the last one I'm drinking today because it is the only one of the three that's decaf. And it's now about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We did just change from daylight savings time, so I actually have been drinking a little bit more caffeine a little later because I don't mind if it keeps me up too much. I'm very excited about this. I've been wanting to try a strawberry tea. It tastes very strawberry-y. Smells strawberry. It smells synthetic though. It smells like almost like a strawberry Jolly Rancher or something. Let's see, my thermos ran out of water before I totally filled my teapot. So let's see if you can see that. So there are like little strawberry pieces you can see in there. So even though it smells like a Jolly Rancher, I'm hoping it won't taste like that because it's not just strawberry flavoring, there's real strawberries in there. So let me read what is in here. So I'm going to steep this for 5 minutes. I'm going to give it a good 5 minutes. Green rooibos tea. I seem to like green rooibos maybe better than red rooibos, so we'll see if that plays out because I'm not always a rooibos fan. Rose hips, apple pieces, lemongrass. I could smell the apple, I think. Natural banana flavor. All right, that might be the synthetic smell. Natural strawberry flavor, strawberries. Natural cream flavor, and blue cornflowers. So strawberry banana split. We will see. We will see how that goes. We'll see if the natural banana flavoring is good or just, I am not usually a fan of banana flavoring. I love bananas, but banana flavoring can be weird. So we'll try it. It's been a lovely tea-filled day. We have kind of just been chilling out because it's like 80 degrees out. So I sat out on the front porch for a while in my hammock chair, and that was lovely. I have a good book that I'm almost done with. It's called The Sentence. I forget who the author is, but it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm almost done with it. I read a lot. I don't always read. I often read very, very fluffy books because I have a stressful job and I want something fluffy at the end of the day. But this one's not that fluffy. It's very timely because most of it takes place during COVID, and it's a bookstore owner, a Native American bookstore. She works at a bookstore. She's not the owner. But it's kind of everything that she's dealing with during COVID. And then it's also, of course, I like a little bit of fantasy in even my good literature. So there's a ghost and she's kind of being haunted. So it's lighthearted enough in certain places that the heavy stuff isn't bothering me too much. But I have about an hour and a half left in the book, and so I'll probably finish it today. So after this, I will go down and read a little bit more, and then I will make some dinner and make some chicken stir fry tonight. And Then I have a rehearsal, so we will go to rehearsal. And my son got an early birthday present. So yesterday we celebrated his birthday, but his birthday's not for a week, but we still gave him his present today because it's a ginormous Lego. He's a big Lego fan. So this is a Lego for 18 plus, even though he's turning 12. But yeah, that he's the bigger the Lego set, the better for him. And we gave it to him today because he has 2 days off from school. It's Sunday today. He has Monday and Tuesday off. So he has time to work on the Lego and finish it up. Although the rate he's going, he might finish it tonight. My guess is he won't. My guess is when he hears me get up early tomorrow morning, he will then get up and come downstairs. We like to have him do Legos in the living room because we like watching him do his Legos. So he's on the living room floor working on his Lego, listening to a book on tape with his headphones on, and he's very cute. And so it's just been a nice day. We have all the windows open, and it's a beautiful fall day. And I've had lots of tea today. This will be my third new tea today that I'm trying. Plus I've been drinking the maple oolong, which even though it's not my favorite, it's growing on me a little bit, and I've got a big bag of it, so I'm gonna drink it. And so I've been drinking the maple oolong. Maple oolong you can steep a few times. So actually I just did my second steep. I found I don't really like the third steep very much. So I may be done with the maple oolong for the evening. I may switch to just decaf. Maybe I'll have a big pot of bonfire, which I love bonfire. So, or I might do the chicorino. Or I'm singing tonight, so maybe I'll have some licorice. I don't know, the options are just so very open. All right, so it has been 5 minutes. I'm going to pour. I'm going to pour a little. Okay. So I would say this is a yellow or a pine, maybe. Let me look at some of my colors just to see if there's anything that seems a better fit. Yeah, on here they look much more beigey, and the beige doesn't really translate to teas very well. So I really do like the one I have on my phone better. But let's see. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So it might be actually closer to a toast kind of color. I would say, yeah, I would say that might be toast. It's a little bit, I don't know. It might not be dark enough to be a toast. No, I'm moving back towards pine. The cashew looks a little bit too red for what I want. So yeah, this might be more of a pine kind of color. The other one they have on there is biscuit. I don't think it's a biscuit. I think it's somewhere between a pine and a toast. So in that little spectrum. I bet when I pour some more in here though, it's a lot darker. Strawberry. Now I'm not getting as much of this synthetic flavor or smell. Slightly strawberry flavored water. I'm going to need to steep that more. I'm going to pour a little bit more with a little more steeping. So this says to steep for 5 minutes, but with it that late, I would definitely steep it for longer. Not getting much more though. Maybe I'm getting a little bit more rooibos, which is that kind of sweet flavor. I'm not getting banana very much, maybe a little bit aftertaste. The strawberry's nice. Again, this is, sometimes the names are giving me this, especially the dessert names, giving me the idea I'm going to get this bold burst of flavor. And I don't get that a lot of the time. So, I don't know. There are some decaf teas that I think have like a bit more of a punch than these. Bonfire being one of them, Chicorino being one of them. I like pretty intense teas, I guess. Which is funny because I don't like super spicy ones, although Bonfire is kind of spicy. So I just guess I like certain kinds of spice. So this is nice. Yeah, I do like it. I like it. I want more from it. And maybe now that it's steeped for almost 10 minutes, I might get some more from it. Let's see. It's definitely more of a pine color. Nope, still not getting a whole lot of strawberry from it. Again, I get the rooibos. I get more of the rooibos, which is, I don't dislike. I do like the green rooibos better than I like the red rooibos. It's nice. It's probably better with sweetener. I don't really want any sweetener right now, so I'm not going to put sweetener. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's got that strawberry. But really not the banana, which I'm kind of glad about. It's like rooibos and strawberry. And I sometimes maybe wish they would just boost a couple of flavors and really get them to punch, rather than adding all of these other flavors that you can't really taste that much. So if you've tried any of these, let me know. I would love to hear, or if any of them appeal to you from my review and you decide to try them out. I'd love to hear about it. All right, you will see me again very soon. Hello again. So you've probably already seen me from later tonight, but I'm actually recording this one before because this is the other black tea that we have. So this one is Best Boy. This is a fandom blend. So I actually don't know what this is from. Oh, it's got an interesting smell. Let me pour some of this out. So, oh, it's the almond I'm smelling. Okay. So yes, it's got a very interesting smell, and I'll read you what's in it. So I do smell the almond. It almost smells like an amaretto. Oh, I might love this. I love amaretto. So this should steep for 3 minutes. So I may give it a tiny bit longer, and then I will continue to let some of it steep so that I can taste it a little bit more steeped as well, because I usually like it a little bit more steeped. So this has black tea, natural caramel flavor, natural almond flavor, natural cream flavor, cocoa nibs, pink peppercorn, and it's a high caffeine. So I've had a couple of these now that had the pink peppercorn, and I have never really smelled it. Or tasted it. So hopefully, I think sometimes when you have these little tiny packets, like if it's an ingredient like peppercorn, you might not get very much of the peppercorn depending on your packet. If you had a great big bag, you'd probably get some. But so I went climbing this morning, and my ankle was fine. My knee, after about 8 climbs, started to feel a little bit fussy, so I decided to stop. But 8 is better than I was expecting. I was expecting maybe 5 super easy ones. I did climb some mostly easy ones. I climbed 2 slightly harder ones. One was new to me, and then I climbed one that I had tried to climb on Friday, and I had tied in on the wrong rope. So it was one that kind of weaved around, and I didn't realize the top was on the rope to the right. I had latched in on the rope to the left, and it actually threw me enough kind of off balance that I couldn't reach one of the holds. So I tied in on the right rope today and was excited to find that then I could do that climb pretty easily, because it was pretty low grade kind of beginner climb, and the fact that I couldn't do it, even though it was near the end of the day when I tried it on Friday. I had already done about 9 climbs at that point, but I was still kind of mad. I get mad when there's lower graded climbs that I can't do. So there's one right now that's my nemesis. I'm really bad at overhangs, so anytime I have to kind of pull my whole body up, I can't do a pull-up. So I mostly use my legs for my climbing. I have pretty strong legs, but I have very weak shoulders. I always have had very weak shoulders, so when I have to do something where I have to pull my whole body up and do kind of a pull-up, especially if it's one-handed, I'm terrible. So I have one that is a beginner grade. It's like the upper end of beginner grade, but I should be able to do it. And I can't. And it's my nemesis. I will do it. I mean, there's very few. In my gym, it's graded a 5.7. There's very few 5.7s that I can't do. It's very rare that I can't climb a 5.7. So I will get it. I will do it. So this is so far brewing up a rather light color. So maybe again a little bit caramel, maybe a little bit, I don't know, let me see, let me take a look at some of my options. Maybe a little bit bronze. It's hard because the colors on my computer look very different than the colors on my phone. So I know this looks very caramel on my phone, but on my computer here it looks a little bit lighter, and so I think it's somewhere between a caramel and a bronze. It's not quite a burnt caramel yet, but there's still that almond scent, just a little bit. No legs on this, so no alcohol content, even with the amaretto smell. Not sure what I think about that. It's a little bit synthetic tasting. It tastes almondy, which is kind of odd. It's kind of an odd flavor. So yeah, it tastes almondy. It tastes really astringent, so it's really drying, which I often like. So this would be a tea. I do like this, actually. It's a really interesting flavor. This is one I would like early in the morning. So for some reason, I like really astringent, kind of, they dry your mouth out. teas in the morning when I first wake up. And I think it's a little bit like I want to get the taste of sleep out of my mouth, even though I brush my teeth right when I get up. I want that, I don't know, kind of almost bitter, astringent. My guess is the more this is steeped, the more kind of bitter it will become, because you'll get a bit more of that black tea. Now that's looking more burnt caramel. Maybe even close to a Builder's. Let me see. Burnt caramel. Oh, maybe a nutmeg. Yeah, that looks kind of nutmeg. It's not quite teak yet. It's I would say it's now nutmeg colored. So went from caramel, went right by burnt caramel and into nutmeg. It's pretty. It's growing on me. More steeped, it is a little bit more bitter, which I like, and it loses some of that synthetic almond flavor. So it gets more kind of assertively almond flavor. But I'm not sure if I taste anything else. I don't taste caramel. I was really drawn to a lot of these black teas, or any kind of tea that sound kind of desserty. Caramel, maple, cream. This doesn't taste creamy. This doesn't taste caramel. Cocoa nibs, maybe a little bit. I think some of the bitterness you get, maybe cocoa nibs. Pink peppercorn, not getting really. But I've never really had it in my teas, so I'm not sure if I would. I mean, I know the taste of pepper, so maybe I would. But I have been mostly disappointed by the dessert teas. They never taste desserty enough to me. So I'm almost shying away from them now because I don't like adding a whole bunch of sugar into my tea, and I don't often add even milk to my tea. So if it doesn't stand alone without those things, and most dessert teas don't taste desserty to me without those things, then I'm always somewhat disappointed. So I think I need to just like stop going for that flavor. I want it to taste like a Werther's candy. I want these to taste like hard candies when I drink them, and they don't, because they're not hard candies. And actually, if they did, it might be like totally sickly sweet to drink them, so it might be disgusting. So I think I need to just like stop going for this flavor that I'm not gonna get, and I'm always gonna be disappointed, and stick with actually something like this, which is very nice, even though it says it has the caramel in it. That's not what I was looking for, and it's actually just would be sort of a nice breakfast blend. So thank you for joining me for a tea tasting again. These are very fun. All right, bye-bye.